So I'm going to go over how to add and edit new modules to the system. And I've logged into the WordPress administration area, and we'll send you the details on doing that separately. But down here on the left, there's an option for modules. And the two most relevant types are going to be all modules, which you'll use when you're editing an existing module, and add new, which you'll use when you're adding a new module, obviously. So I'm going to start by going to all modules, and you'll see that it has all the modules. The images are a little cropped a little weird, but it should be pretty easy to figure out what each one is, and a general summary of some of the information about a module. So the other day, someone mentioned that we had the width in wrong for the grill base. So what I did is I came in here and I found the relevant module, and I went ahead and clicked on the title, which will take me to the edit area. And whether you're editing an existing module or adding a new one, this is what the module will generally look like. Now what we've done here is we've utilized what WordPress normally has for posts. So there's a few things here that aren't relevant specifically to modules, but there's not a lot to worry about here. So we've got the title up here, just the name of the module, and that appears in a couple locations. You don't need to worry about the permalink, and you don't need to worry about this big text area. We're leaving it in there because maybe someday you'll want to have like a page that explains each of the modules or some information about each module, and this would be a good place to add it. But for now, it's not used and can be ignored. Scrolling down, over here we have module types, so you just check whichever type of module it is, whether it's part of an outdoor kitchen or a garage. There's a featured image, and to use this, if this image wasn't here, there would be a button marked Add, and it just lets you upload or choose an existing image. Very simple. The part number is meant to be the SKU. I'll double check that this is, usually you guys have a more compact SKU, so I'll double check that, but in the meantime, that is where it would go. Position, there's three types of positions for the system: lower cabinets, upper cabinets, and full height cabinets. At the moment, I don't think there's a major difference between lower and full height. They both snap to the bottom of the builder, but it's worth classifying that. And then upper cabinets snap to the top height of they snap to the top of the height of the full height modules. So down here we have the module images. So here you upload each variant of this module, and over here there's a counter that will send instructions for separately, but basically it lets you track the inventory broken down by color. So if you were adding one of these, so if we were going to add a third color, for example, I would just hit add row, and there'll be separate instructions on how to change this list of colors, and we need to relabel some of these. But let's say we were adding a red version of this, so I would simply choose that color, hit add image, and I can either choose an existing image from the media library and hit select, or I can go to upload images and I can just drag a file on here, and that has some minor requirements, but not too difficult. So yeah, so if I did this and I hit select, now I've added another module. In this case, I've probably broken everything by doing a different image, but over here on the right, I can just remove the row, and yeah, and that's about it. So that's how you add the modules. The add featured image module pop-up looks just like the one I just did for adding the image over here, so it's very consistent. And then there's just a couple fields down here. These are all in inches, and there's some basic instructions here. So the width and height of the module in inches. If there's ever a fractional value, use the decimal value. Use 30.5, not 30 and 1/2, because it's not just displayed to the user, it's used in some math operations by the system. And then list price, which we neglected to enter, but just as the instructions say, enter the price without commas. So this example, no commas, no decimal, no $, and the system will add those itself. After you've made any changes, you'll want to come up here and you just go ahead and hit update, and it'll spin for a moment, reload the page, and your changes will be immediately live. So if I had made any changes, I could now go to the front end of the system um, and it would work. So that's about it. It's pretty simple. And again, if I go to add new, it looks exactly the same. It's just that all the fields are now empty, waiting for data instead of populated with the existing data. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. But yeah, let us know.